Welcome, friends, to another exciting episode of A VGM Journey. And I'm your host, The Messenger. The track that we're playing in today's show is Leaving from the game Paradise Killer, and it was composed by Barry Topping. We're going back into the grind after a very exciting level 150, where I told my life story, and I'm just gonna play some tracks that seemed really cool or pertaining to what's been going on lately. And I think I should kick things off with a Philips CDI track, specifically from Link, The Faces of Evil. The track is Firestone Lake, and this was composed by Tony Trippi and William Havilcek. That track that you just heard, that was Firestone Lake from the game Link, The Faces of Evil, and it was composed by Tony Trippi and William Havilcek. It's not often that we play something from the Philips CDI, and to be honest, I don't think there's really a whole lot worth playing, especially with a crappy Zelda game. And we all know about the memes and the YouTube poops and the funny cutscenes and the terrible gameplay. But buried deep inside the not so great elements of the game, there's a pretty decent soundtrack. Nothing mind-blowing, but definitely some good stuff. I don't know about you guys, but I get kind of a weird, dancey, maybe 80s cartoon vibe from it. And I'm talking more of like a situational kind of track where the characters on a show, they find themselves in some kind of situation where maybe they're dealing with bad guys or they're running away from somebody. I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking nonsense. But I definitely get that kind of vibe from this track. I think we're going to move on to something a lot different, and that is the main theme from Pac-Man World 2, and that was composed by David Logan. That track that you guys just listened to, that was Main Theme from the game Pac-Man World 2, and it was composed by David Logan. Yeah, this was a bit of a childhood throwback for myself, and it was a game that I enjoyed quite a bit, even though I've never beat the game. And you'll definitely hear many variations of this main theme throughout the game, and all kinds of different moments. And of course, you're playing as Pac-Man, where you get to do such Pac-Man things like butt bouncing on enemies, or doing the rev roll, and also the classic eating the pellets and the power pellets and chomping on ghosts. And though I do like the original Pac-Man world, and it's got a pretty good soundtrack too, I just like Pac-Man World 2 a lot better. And I also think the one thing that kind of pushes it over the original too is there are collectible tokens that you can get, and when you get a certain amount, you unlock a classic Pac-Man arcade game. You can unlock stuff like Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man and one of my personal favorites, Pack Attack. And in a little bit of a weird tie-in, this actually goes somewhat with our next track, which is On Your Toes from the game Mario Party 3, and that was composed by Ichiro Shimakura. That track that you guys just listened to, that was On Your Toes from the game Mario Party 3, and it was composed by Ichiro Shimakura. You guys are probably wondering, what the heck does this have to do with Pac-Man World 2? And the answer is quite simple, and that is, I've been playing with the streamer named GK Got Killed, where we've been playing these custom Mario Party boards for Mario Party 3. And this one that we played recently, it was a haunted casino themed crossover of sorts with Pac-Man, and that it played a rather crappy MIDI version of the Pac-Man World 2 theme. See, I don't want to say it was crappy. I guess the guys weren't too impressed with it, but I thought it was alright. And playing these custom boards opened up a new world for myself. You guys know how much I love the Mario Party series, especially the Nintendo 64 ones. And there's even a really amazing website where you're able to create your own boards for the Nintendo 64 Mario Parties called Party Planner 64. And it's very easy to use. I think we're going to move on to our next track, and that is the Gym Leader Battle theme from Pokemon Gold and Silver, and it was composed by Go Ichinose, Junichi Masuda, and Morikazu Aoki. That track that you guys just heard, that was Gym Leader Battle from the game Pokemon Gold and Silver, and it was composed by Go Ichinose, Junichi Masuda, and Morikazu Aoki. And that's going to just about do it for the show today. If you guys like what you've been listening to, have your friends check out the show on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, I think Amazon Music, or even on YouTube as well. And you could also check us out on TerraPlayer, which is the home for all kinds of different video game and video game music shows. You can email the show at vgmjourney@yahoo.com, and you could also check us out on X at vgmjourney. We also have a Discord server for the show, which I will provide a link for that in the show notes, where you could hang out with your fellow VGM journeymen and talk about games, music, and even look at some cool art. We're also going to play things out with one more track, and that is the ending theme from Contra Rebirth, and that was composed by Manabu Namiki. Have a good one, everyone.